Before I start teaching about the difference between the Israeli and the Israelite, I want to say this. Yahusha can save anyone of any skin tone, of any nation, or any tribe. All of us descend from Noah's 3 sons. So one of the sons we descend from, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. All right. We all have the opportunity to have a personal relationship with Yahusha if we choose to. God loves everyone, but God doesn't love the sins you commit, right? He doesn't love the sins you commit. And I usually say this when I talk about different nations and different tribes. Also, I want to add this. The truth has to come out regardless of our opinions, regardless of how we feel, regardless of where we stand politically or if we even in politics. Regardless, the truth has to come out. We have to come up out of the strong delusion. The Most High is still exposing things. I know they said 2024 was a year of exposure. I feel like the Most High is exposing things more so even in 2025.
Genesis 10. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were sons born after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Taras. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Riphath, and Togarmah. And the sons of Javan, Elisha, and Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. But these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands, every one after his tongue, after their families, in their nations.
We are going to be going over in this video, there's a difference between Israeli and Israelites. To give you a short version right now, the Israeli are the modern Jews that live in Israel today. The Israelites are the descendants of the ancient Israelites. Now, I will be giving proof in this video to back up what I'm saying. Fair use, fair use. This is for educational purposes. Like I always tell you guys, do your own research and don't just take my word for it. There are a few reasons why I had to do this video. And I just want to say now that I was thinking about doing an entire playlist on the Gentiles. Who are the Gentiles? I already talked about who are the Hamites, and I talked about who are the Shemites. If you want to know who are the descendants of the ancient Israelites today, I will put that playlist. Is talking about, what did I name that playlist? Hidden Ones. And I will put that playlist in the description box. But I do need to go over who the Gentiles are. If you want to get into Bible prophecy, you have to first know who is who. If you don't know who is who, you will be off. All right? You can't go by what mainstream media is telling you or what mainstream Christianity is telling you. We have to go by what the Bible says, not what man-made traditions are talking about. Because if you follow man-made traditions, you will be hoodwinked, deceived, and off. A few reasons why I had to do this video. So right now, most people know that Israel and Iran are in conflict. All right. Both have been bombing each other. Right. What was a major turning point is when the U.S. decided to drop bombs on 3 nuclear facility sites or facilities or whatever you want to call them in Iran, which was very interesting, which I didn't really understand because Iran did absolutely nothing to the United States. But anyways, I don't take anyone's side. All right. I'm not on Iran's side, and I'm definitely not on Israel's side at all. I do pray for the innocent people, and the people who have lost their lives, and that are caught in the middle of this. My prayers go out to the innocent ones, and of course the children and the mothers, and even when it comes to Gaza, like, I pray for the innocent people that have nothing to do with the conflict. All right. But anyways, that being said, that was one of my reasons. Also, Bible prophecy is being fulfilled very rapidly. And so people need to know who is who. Now is the time to know who is who. The Most High is snatching the cover off. All right. Certain nations of people. All right. Because certain nations of people have to be revealed in this time. And so I definitely had to do the video because of that. Now, in the beginning of this video, I played an audio clip from the YouVersion Bible app out of Genesis. So Genesis chapter 10, 1 through 5 tells you who are the Gentiles. Now, I encourage you, read the entire chapter for yourself, and you will know, who are the descendants of Ham, who are the descendants of Shem, and who are the descendants of Japheth. Japheth's descendants are called the Gentiles. All right, everybody is not a Gentile. Let me say that again. Everybody is not a Gentile. All right. Yes, we are living in the era of the Gentiles. These are the times of the Gentiles. They are the ones that are leading the world. All right. They are leaders of the world today. It's not Shem and it's not Ham. All right. Again, the Gentiles are the ones that are leading, that are your leaders, or that are your elites. All right. And your elites are above presidents. Okay. It's important to know that. And so they own the central banks, etc., etc. Now, that's why I played that audio clip, so you can get a clear understanding of who are your Gentiles today. Now, in the future, I may do a playlist specifically exposing who are the Gentiles today. I already did, like I said, Ham and Shem. I did not do the Gentiles. I need to do a playlist. And in that playlist, I will, break down, or I will go over who are the Gentiles today. All right. So also in that audio clip, you heard Ashkenaz. I believe that's one of Gomer's sons, right? Is Ashkenaz. And we're just talking about specifically who Ashkenaz is today. All right. It's important to know, again, I'm going to say this over and over, who is who. Then you can understand Bible prophecy. I don't claim to know it all when it comes to Bible prophecy. I am still a student. I am still learning. I'm only here to share what God has revealed to me. And that is not everything. All right. The little I know, I just want to share with you guys. Again, I'm not no scholar. All right. Okay. Now, the difference between Israeli and Israelite, there is a difference. Okay. So I just found out recently when Jesus was walking the earth in Jerusalem at the time. At the time, it was the second temple. It had not been destroyed yet, right? But we know Jesus prophesied of its destruction, right? All right, so the northern tribe had already been scattered, all right? In Jerusalem, there were quite a few groups, but I'm just going to talk about the two groups. Okay, so there were, I'm just going to say quote unquote, all right? So there were two groups of Jews, okay? So there were, of course, the descendants of Judah, okay? And then there were the proselytes, who were the ones that converted to being a Jew. All right, we are dictionary.com. Israeli. The definition, a native or inhabitant of modern Israel. The key here is modern Israel. All right. Adjective, of or relating to modern Israel or its inhabitants. If you look under that, you'll see origin, first recorded in 1945. That seems about right. Some definitions say the origin is 1948. 1945 is close enough. Anyway, the state of Israel was formed in 1948. Okay. And so that's where the modern Israelis got there. All right. Are there descendants of the ancient Israelites living in Israel today? Yeah, there's some over there. There are even some that were brought over there called, what are they called? It's not the Ebu, it's the Beta Jews, the Beta Israel Jews that came from Ethiopia that claimed that they were descendants of Jacob's 12 sons, right? And so they felt that they were entitled to be over there to the land, all right? So you had them over there too. There's certain areas where there are, but mostly modern Jews are over there today. Modern Arabs are there as well. Now, I'm not going to get into how the modern state of Israel was formed, all right, which was formed in 1948. I can get into the Balfour Declaration. I'm not going to get into it in this video. I may add a couple of more parts to this topic. I don't know. Definitely when I decide to do the playlist of who are the Gentiles, I definitely would have to get into it at that moment in time. But right now, absolutely not. I just want to keep it simple. All right. Israelite. Who is an Israelite? This is dictionary.com. A descendant of Jacob, especially a member of the Hebrew people who inhabited the ancient kingdom of Israel. So this is saying an Israelite are descendant of Jacob's 12 sons who are here today. They are not lost. They are here. They're scattered to the four corners of the earth. Again, a descendant of Jacob, especially a member of the Hebrew people who inhabited the ancient kingdom of Israel. Now, this tells you also that a lot of the Israelites aren't there today. All right. And if you've watched my videos or the playlist Hidden Ones, I tell you, the land of Canaan is a lot bigger than that section of land that they call the state of Israel or modern day Israel. All right. One of the groups or one of a group considered by its members or by others as God's chosen people. So Israelis aren't considered God's chosen people. We're looking at the definition. All right. It says here, one of the groups considered by is now Israelites are God's chosen people. We have to know who is who. It says right here, adjective, of or relating to ancient Israel or its people, Hebrew. Now, some people may get upset with me. It's okay. I'm used to people being upset with me, but I have to tell you the truth. All right, so more on Israelite, the origin of the word, the English. Now, we're talking about the English one. It dates back 1350 AD to 1400. Could be much older than that. But anyways, this is what we have here in dictionary.com. This is way before 1948. All right. Again, Israelite, the origin of the word is 1350 or 1400 AD. Okay, let's search the Britannica dictionary for what Israeli means. A person born, raised, or living in modern Israel. Okay, let's search the Britannica.com for Israelite. Israelite, a descendant of the Hebrew patriarch Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. Those of us that say we are Christians or followers of the way, we should know that Jacob's name was changed to Israel, right? And he had 12 sons. We should at least know that. All right, so let's go to the Collins Dictionary. These are all legit sources, all right? Israelite, a member of the people of ancient Israel or their descendants. Adjective, of ancient Israel or the Israelites. See, they distinguish between modern and ancient. Modern and ancient. So we are going to stop right here. It's a lot of information. I don't want to throw too much at y'all at once. So I decided to break this one big video down into 2 parts. All right, so we would end part 1 here.